Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to your collective reading. I apologize for not posting recently, but a lot of things have gotten my attention. Life has gotten in the way, work has gotten in the way, family obligations, as I believe all of us have. We're being pulled in so many different directions right now, trying to do the right thing, trying to social distance, trying to keep the bills paid. Some of us have lost our jobs and we're working smaller jobs that take up a lot more of our time. Family obligations have changed. People that used to be the breadwinner are now relying on other people. People that have not had to work 2-3 jobs are now doing that. And I feel like we're all being pulled in so many different directions right now that maybe collectively we can get some guidance from Spirit. And again, I'm going to pull some tarot at the end for each individual sign. I want to thank those of you that have signed up for the free reading raffle. If you're interested, please find my email in the link below and send me some data on yourself and what your concerns are, and I will put you in the raffle. No one leaves the raffle until I get a reading out to you, and I do sign a private link so that you can watch your reading. Alright, so we're going to start by pulling some tarot to get us started. Here we have the Hanged Man, the Three of Cups in reverse, as well as the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is telling me what I already know. We are in such an influx of despair right now that things are not working to our advantage. Things that we worked very hard on are not giving us pleasure anymore, and we have to look at things from a different perspective. We have to be grateful for what we have. We have to keep putting our intention out there for what we want and what we need, and we have to keep working very hard together. And right now, a lot of us are not able to work together like we used to, and we have to do that in a different way. We feel like we've been robbed of the things that we've been working so hard for with the Seven of Swords in reverse. We have lost people, we have lost jobs, we have lost opportunities. There is so much that we have lost, but we have to remember what we're grateful for. And with that will come our joy. Our joy will come back in the small things. The Three of Cups in reverse is us not celebrating together with our family members. We're not able to celebrate the weddings like we used to, the birthdays, the holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah. All of our holidays are so very important because that's when our families get together near and far. People will travel across the country or across the world to come home for a holiday, and now we're not able to do that. And we feel robbed from those opportunities, but we have to look at it differently. We have to be like, okay, well, at least we can Zoom, at least we can FaceTime, at least I can see your face this holiday season. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the social media connection that I have with my family and friends. We are so distant physically and emotionally, and sometimes that affects us spiritually. And we have to remember why we're all going through this, why we're having these ups and downs. I know a lot of us have lost a lot of people that we love this year, and it's very hard to have that celebration without them and be separated from the other family members as we grieve for the ones that are no longer with us. This has been such a huge change for all of us, and our energies are being pulled in so many different directions. We do have eclipse season coming up in December. We also have the finality of the year of 2020, which a lot of people have a lot of comments to say about 2020. But what I've learned is that we are seeing each other from a different perspective now. We're trying to help each other as much as we can, even though we don't really have anything extra to give, but we do. We find a way. We find a way to help the neighbors. We find a way to help our co-workers and our family members. A lot of us are now living back together under one roof for financial reasons, and we're all pulling together. And sometimes that causes a lot of discourse in a family unit because everyone wants to be in charge, and we have to sit back and say, you know what, this is so tough and this is crazy. We're all over each other. But at least we're together. At least we're safe. At least we're pulling our resources so that we can all put food on the table and pay the bills. Some of us are able to keep with our finances and our stability that we have earned and really worked hard for, where others have lost it. So those people are actually doing extra for the community. They're donating more. They're giving of their time a little bit more that they have. So much has changed for us. So collectively, we're all going through the same thing. Of course, individually, it all resonates with us differently. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Actually, we're going to pull some oracles instead of tarot. I'm going to leave the tarot for the individual signs. Oh yes, here we come up with heartache and loss flying across the room. And this is just confirming what I said before. We've all lost something or someone that was very dear to us. And we are trying to put logic into a situation that we're all experiencing, and it's really hard. It's hard to kind of wrap our heads around why these things are happening to us right now, why there's so much strife in the world, why are there so many people suffering and losing their loved ones, and why. And sometimes we just don't get the answer to the why. We just have to accept that this is the way it is right now, and that causes that grief, that causes that pain. And we have to understand that there's a higher power at work here, guys. There always is. Angels are surrounding us and loving us, even if we're going through some really rough times. And for some of us, it's like a mixed bag. It's like, you know, some of us are having a really hard time in a lot of areas, but then there's some blessings coming through. There's some babies being born. There's some opportunities that people are taking for their career that they actually have to move to get it. And, you know, and then there's that loss there. So this is experienced across the board in different ways, depending on how this resonates with you. But again, collectively, we're all going through heartache and loss. Triumph and success. This is telling me that with the new energy of the moon's changing and the year coming to an end, that we are going to see things more clearly, that we're going to have different opportunities that we never saw before because we were so focused in one particular rat race, so to speak. We were all going in one direction and we were very focused on that. But this time has made us step back and think of things differently and seeing the new beginnings in different areas of our lives. I know of a lot of people that have taken on their crafting that they would sell on Etsy or eBay, and they will make that their second income to make ends meet, and they're being very creative on how to use their time right now. Oh yes, we have temptation for sure. We have the temptation of blocking ourselves off and not being kind to others and really putting up a wall. And it's time that we don't do that, because when we go to the stores, we're all wearing masks. We can't see each other smile. We can't see the expressions on each other's faces. So that is dividing us even more than we would if we were in that rat race. Because in the rat race, you're focused, you're tunnel vision, you have the blinders on, you're going after that one goal. And then now that we have to step back, now we're being covered with showing any emotion, any kindness. So we have to do it in our words, and we have to work around that temptation of closing ourselves off to be kind. Because we don't know if one kind word in the grocery store, at the gas station, is going to make a difference in that person's life. Hold the door open for other people as they will do for you, and perpetuate that kindness. Paying it forward is very important as well. And there's a lot of people that have been posting a lot of beautiful stories about people paying it forward, and that really making a difference in their day, making a change in their thought process, that they pay it forward to someone else, and then you have that beautiful ripple effect we talk about love and light and kindness and helping each other out. More oracles coming at you. All right, we have two coming up. Goddess of the Moon, as well as the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Metatron is all about getting things done, okay? And of course, the 6th chakra is all about your intuition and your third eye and making things happen. Goddess of the Moon is talking about that's your higher self. This would be your crown chakra, so to speak. And this is you connecting to the divine and doing the things that you are being pulled to do. If you're being pulled to volunteer somewhere or donate something to someone or checking in on that neighbor, something that's really important to you, that's kind of like it just keeps popping up in your head, or that person keeps coming in your thoughts, you know, do it, follow through with it, because there's a reason for that. And all we can do collectively is one little thing a day, one person at a time, because we can't reach so many people not interacting with our usual adventures that we go through on a weekly basis. You know, we're all through social media. Leave a kind word for someone, be encouraging, you know, try to offset the negativity that's already out there in the universe so that we can reshift this Three of Cups feeling with the Seven of Swords, both in reverse, saying that things are not right. You feel betrayed. There's so much heaviness going on right now. We need to switch that around one little thing at a time. Let's go ahead with some emotions and see how that is coming to play. We have healing begins as well as detach. This is important for all of us because we have to detach from the negativity so that we can actually heal the things that are bothering us, whether it's been from this past year or prior years, or the fear of going forward in the uncertainty that we all live in right now. This is something that we have to detach. We have to heal. We have to get closer to spirit, closer to God, closer to the Creator, however you reference your spirituality. You need to make sure that you are focused on what is the important thing in all of this, because there is a higher power working here, and we have to understand and respect that. And we don't have to agree with it, we don't have to understand it, but we have to know that we do our little part to keep this going in the positive. As much as the heartache and loss is happening with us, we will be triumphant in overcoming this. As long as we're not tempted to go to the negative side, to go to the side where we do not listen to our higher power, listen to our intuition. The listen card comes in and it reads, you have been willing to listen if you really want to understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but what lies beneath the words. There's so many people around us that are putting on a brave face right now that they really need someone to talk to, or they really need some help financially, or however it is for them. And we just have to listen to that. Give them that kind word. Be an open ear. And sometimes we don't even have to say anything at all. Some of us who are empathic will go into places and people will just tell us their whole life stories because they're unloading on someone for some reason, and they probably walk away going, why did I just tell her all that? You know, and it's weird because I work with people, I'm in customer service for part of my job, and I hear so many stories that are not even prompted. They're just like, well, let me tell you. And then it's 15 minutes of their whole life story. And I have to wonder to myself, why do they trust me with this information? What can I give from my past experiences to this person? And sometimes I can't. Sometimes I am just listening to what they have to say because they had to get it off their chest. They can't say it to anyone else. So saying it to a complete stranger that they probably will never see again alleviates some of that tension, alleviates some of that fear, expresses some of the love that they have been holding in for someone else that has passed or is no longer in their life right now. It all is just a release of bringing that energy positively, because then they walk away feeling a little lighter, feeling that someone actually listened to what they had to say for those 10-15 minutes. It really does make a huge difference in people's lives. And people have shared with me some of the most intimate things that I would not believe that they would tell a complete stranger, but they do. And I don't judge. I just listen and kind of nod and smile and just know that they have an active ear for them to vent whatever it is that they need to say. Here we're coming in with High Priestess of Water. This is talking about our emotions. This is talking about our emotional self with that healing, the detachment, knowing that as you do that, your vibration will raise higher. You'll be able to understand why you're going through the things why things are happening to you, why you're going through it, what you can do to change it, listening to your intuition with the High Priestess of Water. This is very intense changes for you guys. This is where you really will dig deep and rely on yourself and know that you're stronger than you think you are, even though you have been betrayed, you have been unhappy, you're trying to figure it out, and you're trying to look at things from a different perspective. And all you can do sometimes is listen to your higher self, listen to your angels, listen to your guides, listen to the synchronicities, synchronicities that are happening all around you. You know, I go outside and I live in a hot climate, okay? I live in Florida, so I see butterflies, you know, all the way till January. And I just went outside to deal with my dog, and these butterflies are everywhere. And I'm like, okay, I have to put up a reading. I have to bring out a message to other people. And this is my way of paying it forward. This is something I can do for someone that it doesn't cost anybody anything except for your time, which I really, truly appreciate. And I hope you get a message out of this. I hope that something that you've been struggling with or thinking about, something I say kind of gives you the momentum to move it forward, to pay it forward, to do what you need to do to make changes, even if they're so small, even if it's just one step in one person, to know that you are making a difference. Because right now it's really hard because we're not with anybody. We are so secluded that we don't feel like we're making a difference right now. Let's try to shuffle this. Wow, okay. These cards are jumping out, so I'm going to give it a really good shuffle, make sure the right card for the message comes through today. And I feel like collectively we're all going through the hard times, and we're trying to listen to everything. We're trying to put it all together and do the right thing. And know that you are being supported. Know that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing in that moment. All right, look at here. Kindness counts, guys. Exactly. We were just talking about that. You know, spreading the kindness to other people, trying to lighten their load a little bit, trying to raise their vibration so that they don't feel so alone, even though we're so separated as a world, as a community, and as a family, that we can't spend time and do the celebrations that we're supposed to be doing for the holiday season. We've lost loved ones that won't be with us. We're separated from our children or our parents or our siblings or even our significant others for forces beyond our own control. And there's nothing we can do about that. That's why with the Seven of Swords comes in the reverse, we feel so betrayed. We are very upset about how things have panned out, but we have to appreciate the little things. We have to appreciate that we are able to contact most of our family members, see them via Skype, however it works for you, and take those moments and make sure that that is the memories you're making right here, right now. And even though it is extremely hard, know that we're all doing our little part to stay safe. We're doing our little part to pay it forward and help others in need as best as we can. Let's see here. I'm going to go and start pulling for our individual signs, and we're going to pull a tarot card for each sign to see what messages we have for the end of the year, for the eclipse season, the full moon that's coming up. All right, Aries, we're coming in with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is telling me that everything that you've made, that you've worked so hard for, is now being questioned, is now being challenged. And it's like, you know, you stay firm with what you think is right. Use your intuition with the next step. It's a huge risk, whatever it is that's bringing forth this new opportunity with the new energy coming in. We have to let go of other things, and sometimes this could just be a thought process that you have on, it always worked this way. This is how I built my company, but now we have to look at things a little bit differently. What's best for the company? Are we going to downsize? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? However it resonates with you, explore all your other opportunities that are out there. Don't look at anything and say, no, I'm not doing that. Unless it's totally risky, of course. But if it's something that you think might work, look into it, because this is the time to look outside of the box. All right, Pisces, you're coming up next. Pisces, you've lost a lot of people here with the Lovers in reverse. There's a lot of relationships that no longer are with you right now, whether because they have passed on or because you physically had to move away from these people because they weren't working for you. The relationship wasn't fulfilling for you. This could be a loss in regards to a job if you were really close to everyone in the company, or you really loved what you did, but there was a big change that you have to overcome. Aquarius, you're trying to balance everything. There is so much on you right now. Financially, your stability, your home life, your children, everyone is relying on you, and you're trying to make it all work, and it's very tiring and it's very taxing. Know that you can do this, okay? Know that you have the ability to balance all this. It is going to be a rough road. It's not going to be easy, but once the energy pulls back in, it will be there'll be a way for you to pull this all together, and it will become easier for you. Cancer is looking to the future with the Two of Wands. There is a new change ahead. You feel it, you see it, you know where you want to be in it. You have set your intentions. You kind of see where it's going to kind of pull together, with whom and where and how and why. And you're just waiting for that perfect storm for it to work for you. Taurus, with the Two of Cups in reverse, again, a partnership that has changed, something that feels out of balance. You're not quite sure how you're going to work through this, but you know that you are strong. You know that what you had was real. You know that what you had before can happen again. Maybe not with the same people, but you know that that feeling is out there for you, and you're not willing to give up on that just yet. Gemini is coming in with the World, starting something fresh and new, and there's a beginning and there's a feeling of completion because you've worked so very hard. This is where all that new energy is going to come in and give you abundance, and it's going to pay off. The things that you did are paying off now, and the struggles you had before are making you feel like you are accomplished right now. Leo, we have the King of Swords in reverse. There's some confusion. You're going through some changes right now. You're not sure how you want to work it. There's too much coming at you. It's like you are doing too much within a short amount of time. Maybe you're moving and you're starting a new job at the same time, or school or kids or something, but there's a lot happening and you're losing your focus. You need to really take a breath, because you can do this. You can do anything that comes at you. You guys are so super creative. You're so super determined when you get it, but sometimes you feel overwhelmed, and this is where you're feeling it now. Know when the energy comes in, it will be a lot more of a smooth sailing situation. Working hard now and laying the foundation for it to work. You know, if you have to stay up late because you're moving in and do some extra packing, or get to work early and do some assignments so you can leave early, whatever it is that you have to do right now to make the end goal is totally worth it. Virgo, you're coming in with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is where you're pulling back on some generosity. There's been some issues in the past that you were kind of holding all your goodies to yourself, and you're not ready to share them. So there's something that's going on inside of you that you are being very quiet about. It's about your foundation, it's about your work, it's about your family life, it's about your security, but something you're not ready to share verbally yet. But I feel that you're coming to a point that of healing that you will be able to share soon. That energy is going to come in and change things. You're going to feel that you have put certain things to rest, and you're able to make amends or accept an amends from someone. Libra, you're coming in with the Two of Swords in reverse. And just like my Libras, and I'm one myself, we cannot make a decision to save our lives. So this is where you are so confused and in your head about making the wrong decision with this new energy. You have to rely on yourself. You have to rely on that third chakra, your crown chakra, and download those messages so that you can step forward with confidence, knowing that this is what you're supposed to do. This new house is where you're supposed to be in. This new job is what's going to pay the bills, and don't fear the changes. Scorpio, you're coming in with Nine of Wands in reverse. This is telling me that things are in the works and they're coming to you, although they're coming very slowly, and you have to be patient. You have worked very hard. You have the inspiration, you have the drive, but things are not clicking right now. Just take a breath, work around that if you can. Keep yourself busy, keep yourself focused, keep yourself determined in this end goal, because it will pay off. Sagittarius, Nine of Cups in reverse. Something really has been weighing heavily on you emotionally, and it's not easy to work through, okay? It's like this is your wishes and dreams card coming through, and everything is not what you wanted it to be. It's not clicking the way it's supposed to. Know that the things you're working on are very, very important, and in due divine time, it will change its course. But keep doing what you're doing. Those cups will be filled. Those dreams will be filled. You are very, very passionate about what you're doing. It means a lot to you, but you need to remember that patience is a virtue, which we all struggle with, right? So Capricorn, you're coming in with Six of Swords in reverse. This is where you have learned so many things, but you feel like you're in neutral. You're not moving forward. Things have not kicked into gear. It's like you're just sitting in that calm water, and no matter how much you paddle, you're not going anywhere. But with the new energy, that's what everything's going to change. You're going to have that different perspective, that different outlook. You're going to think outside of the box. You're going to figure out where all those swords, where all those lessons actually put into place. It's going to make you very, very happy. But right now, you're at a crossroads and you're just scrambling your brain trying to figure out how to get that boat into gear so you can get across the pond to where your wishes are, where your new experiences are. You have to be patient as well, just like most of these other signs. Everything is coming in when it's ready. When divine timing kicks in, that's when it's going to click just like that, and things will move in the right direction for you. So guys, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I hope the message helps. I hope you leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing, and don't forget to sign up for the raffle. Lots of love and light. Take care.